What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run, getting things done. We're going to jump right into this one, man. I seen a woman's situation. Her credit score dropped 118 points over her student loan debt that I guess she's in default on. Now, I looked at this, I listened to her, and she was freaking out over the 118 point drop. I can understand that being pretty jarring. You guys, you know, I've talked about credit scores in the video with the guy that had the 440 credit score that was trying to buy a damn Hellcat $160,000 car, as I came to find out from one of my subs. And I talked about how mine is just under 800 and how I basically have to do something really stupid or a series of really stupid things for my stuff to get down that low. So she didn't tell what her score started off as. I was really interested in that because I wanted to see, you know, what it was, how it started and how it's going. But nonetheless, that's where she was at. And her solution was insane to me. She talking about she trying to, what's this, red Cybertruck? Well, it's a Cybertruck with a red wrap with a Detroit Lions front license plate. That's interesting. But she was talking about going back to school. She needs to register for classes and go back to school. That's her solution. So she's in debt. She's in debt $18,000, which isn't a whole lot. You know, it's more than I think people should go into debt if they can help it, but it's not hopeless debt. You know, I've seen people with 100,000, 150,000 student loan debt, and we'll talk about those people shortly. But your solution for the debt you've already, you know, incurred is to go bury yourself in more debt. Who is advising these women? I'm really interested in knowing this. Who is advising these women? Or are they not being advised at all? Are they so strong and independent that they're not taking any advice from anybody? Because I can't imagine anyone, especially not a man in your life, a father, an uncle, your boyfriend, saying, yeah, babe, go back to school and get in even more debt. That'll fix this. 18,000, in my opinion, there's not a whole lot of reason, and I'm not really trying to count anybody's pockets. I'm just keeping it a buck here with y'all. There's not a whole lot of reason why a productive member of society should not be able to make the monthly minimum payment requirements on an $18,000 loan. You know, we all get money for one reason or another, and especially during tax time. So I'm just not seeing it, y'all. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but a lot of times the benefit of the doubt is wasted because we're making excuses for people instead of really giving them the benefit of the doubt. She was well kept. You know, she seemed like she had an okay place. I don't know what neighborhood it's in or whatever. She said she had a decent car. So, I mean, she's doing okay for herself. Why are you not paying down this $18,000, you know, debt? I mean, if your credit taking that sort of hit isn't enough of an incentive for you to pay that crap down, I don't know what will be. But it doesn't look like it is, because in her case, she's talking about some going back to school. And then in other crazier instances, man, wow, those cars was spray painted on that, what is it, a car carrier, not a tow truck, but a car carrier. But I've seen women with, as I was saying, $100,000 or $150,000 debts, and they have the worst attitude about it. They're obviously not happy about the debt not being forgiven, and they just have such a bad attitude about it, like, oh, it's the government, it's Trump. Man, nobody made you take these loans out. I understand wanting higher education, I understand that very well. I get it. I support that. But some of the degrees that I be seeing that they're taking out, I don't know why they thought they would lead to money, any sort of prosperity. I listened to this one woman, and this was one that owed $150,000. She listed off all the degrees that she had. Not one of them was a degree that I was like, okay, why don't you use that to make money? Not one of them. They were all like these specialty niche degrees that it's like impossible to find work for. I don't even know why colleges offer degrees in some of these things other than it's just more ways for them to make money. But for you to owe this type of a debt and have a bad attitude about it, like someone forced you to do this, this wasn't a willful decision, this wasn't something you went into eyes wide open. It's like they don't understand that when they borrow all this money to go to school, it's one day going to be required that they pay it back. And with full knowledge of the fact that they're one day going to have to pay it back, they have this attitude when they're required to pay it back. And I've seen a bunch of videos on this. I say I watched a good 12 different examples. They were all women. And this wasn't me like cherry picking. It was all women. I would have to cherry pick to find a dude. I really would. I'd have to cherry pick if I wanted to find a dude. It was all freaking women. I don't know if it's the thing about, we always say that women are allergic to accountability. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's entitlement. I don't know if it's narcissism. I honestly do not know. What the hell is this? Because why is it always women that have this nasty attitude about having to pay back the debt they owe and not really men? I'm not saying there's not no men out there that are like that. It's just extremely uncommon for you to find dudes. So, I don't know, man. I took out student loans before. I paid them back. I'm not in debt to anybody. I don't owe anybody. Was it fun paying those bills? Paying those debts down? Hell no. Absolutely not. It sucked paying that stuff down. But you know what? It's because it sucked paying that stuff down that I was like, I will never let myself get in debt like this again. So if you don't like debt, you don't like being in debt, then do your best not to owe anybody. That's the best advice that I can give you. Don't take out loans that you know you're not going to want to pay back. That's pretty much it. That's the message. Don't take out loans. If you do, understand you have to pay them back. It's not the taxpayer's responsibility to bail you out of the financial debt you've put yourself in. I'm gonna leave it there though, y'all. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.